here for Papertrey Ink. I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm so glad you're joining me. I'm back again with a floral card project to share with you. We're using the Always in Bloom stamp set. This creates some beautiful flowy florals, and I love that they're layers. That just creates a nice effect, watercolor almost effect with these florals. We'll be using this along with a coordinating die to cut them out. We're going to be using the Watercolor Wonderful Stencil collection. This is a 3-piece set that creates a nice watercolor effect in our background. And then I'm also going to bring in the Love to Layer notebook die set. We're going to start by doing a little stamping with our Always in Bloom stamp set. For my florals, I thought we would go like a gray blue, kind of a non-traditional color. I want to ink up my images with my Spring Rain first. This is a real pretty blue that's almost a gray blue. And I'm going to go over all of my florals here. I'm going to stamp them once more. I'm going to stamp my leaves once with Simply Chartreuse. And then I'm going to go over the edges of these leaves with my Blueberry Sky. There is a second layer to these, but I want a little bit of some darker edges. So we're just going to add Blueberry Sky to some of the edges of these leaves. Lovely. Now I'm going to remove these and add our second layers. For my second layers for my florals, I'm going to use a gray ink. This is Stormy Sea. And I'm also going to add Stormy Sea to my layers on my leaves. Beautiful. You see how flowy that looks? I'm going to add my third flower layer. For my flower centers, I'm using True Black ink. And I'm going to stamp this a few times because I may need to re-ink my True Black ink. Okay. I went ahead and put the most solid images back in my stamp set, and I want to add little orange highlights to these flowers. So I have my orange Zest ink, and just in certain areas, I'm going to bring in a finger dauber too. Okay, I'm going to use orange Zest ink and a finger dauber to soften the edges. I just want little highlights of orange. Not all over the entire flower. Let's see, we're going to soften those edges. And let's add some orange highlights. And I really think that looks pretty. I think I'm going to add a little bit more highlight here. And I just like those little extra details of orange. I have another piece of cardstock, and I'm going to stamp this stem that we can add blooms to. And then there's a stem that we can add this smaller flower to. We have these flourishes here don't have any layering to them, but I'm going to stamp these a couple times. Okay, so let's pick this up. I'm going to go over the leaves here with my Simply Chartreuse. We'll stamp. Okay, and then I'm going to bring back my Spring Rain ink, and I'm going to color in these flourishes with my Spring Rain. I want to stamp them a couple times. Lovely. And then I'm hoping I can flip this over, and we have to scoot this over a little bit. I went ahead and added my flower buds for this branch here, and I'm going to use my orange zest here. We'll stamp some orange buds here that are just pretty. And I'm going to go ahead and take the coordinating dies, and we're going to die cut out our images. All of my images are die cut out, and I'm loving the way this looks. Now we're going to work on our background. We're going to go ahead and put these to the side, and I'm going to bring in the Love to Layer notebook die set. I'm going to take the middle size, the second to the largest, and I'm going to die cut out a panel with white cardstock. And there is my notebook panel. Now I'm going to arrange my florals on my notebook panel here. I did pop all of my elements up with foam tape. So let's go ahead and arrange these. And we will add our last flourish here. Kind of want it overhanging. I'm not going to use this last piece. I think this is plenty. And we're not even going to add a greeting to this card. We're going to put this to the side, and we're going to work on our background. We're going to use the smaller watercolor image, and we may use this one too. I'm going to line up in the corner, and I'm bringing in my ink. I'm using my Summer Sunrise ink. We're going to add a little sunshine to those blue flowers, and I'm just going to highlight this corner here, and we'll also do this corner up here. Maybe we'll add a touch over here. Now with this stencil, I'm going to layer it over the top, and I'm going to use my Stormy C ink. I'm going to go ahead and tape this stencil down here. I'm using Stormy C ink for this next layer, and I'm just going to add some darker spots to my background. I'm not worried about the center, I'm more worried about the corners, because I know that's my center will be covered. Let's go ahead and take a look. Lovely. I'm going to go ahead and add my floral panel, kind of wonky. I'm just going to use some glue behind here. I'm going to take my panel, and we're just going to layer it. Kind of wonky here. I'm going to flip over this panel, add some more glue. And we're going to tape it to the front of our card base. For finishing touches, I'm going to bring in my Moonshine sequins. And we're going to add a few sequins here and there. And that finishes my card today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely day, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.